Secret's turn to pick.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Bounty Hunter.
Comfortable against it.
Yeah, I mean, Newbee banned the Rubik for you.
Yep.
Yeah. So the majority of the counters are gone, or you can just straight up take Yapsource Hero here still. It depends on how you adapt with Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've opened Bounty Brew and Bounty Razor in their last two. Bounty Witch Doctor is another open that they've liked in the past, but Witch Doctor just looked terrible. Okay, Bounty, good job.
Yep, 3 for 3.
Thank you. So if you're Newbee, then the question is, do you straight up just take the Brew, or do you adjust a little bit?
Now there's not that lane dominator versus Omni either, so they can't take the Razor. Yeah, that's the really good thing about that Omni pick. No Razor, no Rubik. Dream.
Yeah, really a little bit of a concern though.
Do they just take Enigma?
I think you either straight up take Enigma here, or you take the Brew. I feel like you're comfortable taking your offlaner here since you see...
Yeah.
I like the Enigma so much better. Newbee's only played Brew 3 times in the patch.
I like the Enigma a lot versus the Omni Knight. We've been seeing that one a bit more. So that's going to be just for the overall scheme of the game, but I don't know about what they're going to pick to the lane versus that Omni.
Is that partly, do you feel, Will, that the Rubik gets banned? Is because they want to go with Enigma thinking that I think Secret are going to go with the Omni?
It's like a dual option because you know that Secret is very comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And it also frees up a lot of your own heroes because they like putting KP on these big teamfight ultis. And if you take that away, then it makes it a lot easier for him to play because when you play against Yapsor, everything feels so scary.
So did you... I was thinking the Disruptor, but at the same time, we've said a lot of times in the past, when you're playing Disruptor and you just start getting ran at, the game becomes very, very difficult. But there is a Naga thrown in there, so that kind of can change it up a bit.
Well, Disruptor Omni is this kind of weird interaction where each hero can counter the other depending on how the fights are produced. Obviously, Omni hates getting caught in Static Storm, but he also has a pretty strong counterplay to the Glimpse. Right? You just repel the Glimpse target. So, I think this is a safe pick, a comfort pick from Newbee. Faith is 7-2 on Disruptor this patch.
They picked it 3 times or twice this tournament.
Yeah.
No surprise on the Secret ban.
Yeah, so they banned Enigma.
Yeah. They banned Enigma and maybe tied, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably just that's what they did yesterday, right? Or yesterday the teams are doing when they saw the Naga.
I think you almost certainly banned the Tide. It's way too difficult to play against that hero, especially when you're Omni Bounty. You lack damage.
Yeah,
crazy bad. Because if you think about how Bounty functions as a hero, like this hero doesn't provide teamfight for you. He tracks, and that's about it. So you've got a 5-position hero that doesn't really teamfight. You just have to hope to overrun your teammates.
Is that the Underlord?
Yeah, those are really good bans.
Huh.
So, they play a fair amount of Underlord.
That's right. All right, so this was something that happened at Dream League, actually. They did like the Omni versus... They did Underlord versus Omni, and he destroyed the Omni Knight, actually. Yeah. So I think that's why they're just trying to get the better lane matchup, like we were mentioning before.
Yeah, I just think this is something that happens in pro matches all the time, that if you don't take that offlaner in the first 2, a lot of times that's the hero that it makes sense to focus with the bans.
Yeah. So for Secret, you still have Yapsource Hero. What's good, like, you want something that can play aggressive. You can take something like an Earth Spirit and hope that the long range kick / silence is nice against the Naga.
I was thinking Shaker or Earth Spirit, yeah.
Shaker, Earth Spirit. Tusk is still in the pool. Just to throw that out there.
It's a little bit more annoying though against the Sleep plus the Disruptor ult combo.
You can get your teammates killed pretty heavily with that.
Yeah, drafting Tusk against Newbee is pretty risky because again, they like those team fight counter plays where you snowball in and there's a black hole, Sleep, whatever waiting.
Hero. I see it is Ear Shaker.
Yeah, there's Ear Shaker, Yapsor Hero.
I think it's really good to stop the combo. That's the big thing for me, because you can actually outrange the Sleep at like all the levels now because of the nerf.
They picked it 2 straight games against, I think, that VP as a counter to the Tusk. They left the Tusk on the table, baited VP into that, and picked the Ear Shaker just as sort of a combo breaker.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so they take Luna straight up.
Oh, Mugi Luna, all right.
They want to get that mixed magical and physical versus that Omni Knight.
Do you straight up TB if you're Secret here?
Yes.
Yep.
Or I think Lone Druid's still good.
Yeah, you can take some sort of... You either take a dead lane hero like Lone Druid, Or I think you
10 seconds.
pick TB because a lot of the counters are
5
missing.
Elder Titan is still is Elder Titan still there? I don't. They can't really take it though unless KP's gonna play it.
Yeah. If it goes like this, then if Secret takes instead of taking the what was your suggestion?
Just keep it simple. Take Lone Droid. Like, I love TB, but
I think TB throws a spanner in the works for Newbee in terms of their composition as well, doesn't it? Because it means they're going to have to move something around if they want to come back and counter.
Yeah.
If they want to put the ET in there, then I don't even know how they fit that in there.
I think the Lone Druid, right? Because then you don't really care too much about the Disruptor.
Yeah, you don't. It's really hard to gank him with the heroes that you currently have too.
Yeah.
I like TB a lot against Luna.
Yeah. I think TB or Lone Druid. Okay.
oh yes,
Oh, baby. We get an Invoker.
All right.
thank you, puppy.
Okay.
It's the classic counter pick.
Very quick.
Yeah, so mid one just had an Invoker game the other night, and I think they put an Invoker Lone Druid combo. But mid one had an Invoker game the other night that was just absolutely exceptional.
Newbee were ready for that.
Yeah, they
absolutely were.
TO.
I think Newbee should still ban Lone Druid for sure. Invoker Lone Druid,
Yes.
that Alacrity combo with Repel on top is absurd.
If you're Secret, do you ban Bad Rider or what was the other one?
Tide.
I think you banned Tide.
Tide, yeah.
For sure. Are you that afraid of the Bat Ray?
I kind of like the Bat ban, to be honest.
Can't save
There's a
against
lot
it.
in here that KP can play though. There's still a lot in the pool.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah. And by the way, it's not impossible. If there were one team that Newbee would switch it up and go Cornaga against,
That is true.
like it is not impossible. This could be a KP Naga,
Yeah.
and he is one of the finest Cornaga players we've ever seen in the game.
It's a Bat in ban, right?
Yeah.
So the other lane.
That's a-
laner
That was
versus
one of the
Omni.
others that KP has played regularly. But the Bat's still in there.
Seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
So for Newbee, you just need to ban one positions.
Or the counter to the 3 that they're going to pick.
Just to finish up that 15, 2, and 6 with almost half of Secret's total team damage was mid one on the Invoker. 56-minute win against VP the other night. Absolutely brilliant.
And we haven't gone past 36 minutes in a game with Newbee.
Exactly. Well, only once. Only once.
Yeah. So if they are planning for long, they've planned well. Right.
Oh, okay. Fear of the Huskar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Huskar Omni. Yeah.
they did it to him.
Yeah. And they go Sand King. Okay.
That is a lot of team fight on Newbee as we expected.
Wait a minute. Actually, not.
That will be a Cornaga.
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking about that. I think they can go both ways, actually.
They're going to use Sand King Kaka, surely.
I'm not sure about that. Kaka's Naga has been, along with Fear's Lycan, probably the hero of the tournament for me.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
And now
Okay.
one left for Secret.
Yeah. Where do they go here?
Really liking Lone Druid.
I just think Lone Druid's the easy solution. You could do something completely crazy and like Brood or Meepo,
Yeah.
but
I was going to say the
Lone Druid. This is just.
Yep.
It's just too easy.
It's just like it's so good versus Disruptor. Honestly, that's the biggest thing for me.
Okay, but here's the question for you, Fog. Like, we talked about this for like half an hour this morning.
Yeah.
Does this draft for Newbee address the split push of Secret? I don't think it does.
They have ways to kill the bear pretty easy with Net and TA. They can actually melt it pretty hard with the minus armor, but I think Secret got exactly what they wanted.
Exactly. Yeah. As you hear the crowd chanting in the background, Ohio 9-0 on the Omni Night this patch.
Yeah.
Let's go for 10-0, boys. I got Secret in this one.
You got Secret? Okay, Blitz.
I think Yanni's is going to say Secret, and I hate clean sweeps, so I will go with Newbee.
Just to be different. I love you, Blitz.
And now do I go?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Secret. They've got Ace on Lone Druid. I've seen him dominate so many of these games.
Okay.
Gotta go with him.
That's a fair. I would like more from you, Will, but I'll take the fact that you're trying to be feisty on the desk and give us something to think about. Okay, our experts have made their decisions. The players are now locked and loaded for game number 1 of the semi-finals. And that means handing over to our commentary team of Trent and Odie Pixel. Do enjoy.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. And here we are in Genting for quite a match that's turned even Ohio for Secret. Secret versus Newbee. I'm ODPixel, I'm here with Trent. We've got our picks, we've got our lineups. Trent, what are you looking forward to out of this one?
Oh, look at that beautiful crowd. They're so excited.
They have
Ohio on the stage. They got mid one on the stage.
A mid one invoker. A mid one invoker. I mean, it's going to go absolutely crazy, that's for sure. I mean, and it's hard to call as well. You're looking at Secret's lineup, like the panel said, we've seen Ace's Lone Druid in the past. This guy on this hero has been absolutely incredible. Back at the DreamHack Major, he single-handedly won some of the games in the later stages of the tournament. It was insane. But on the other hand, Newbee, they do have this sort of matchup that we've seen them utilize so well. Anything alongside the Naga Siren, they're so good at utilizing those combos.
Yeah, we were back here. The team was waiting to go up, and we were discussing the Naga, talking about if it was going to happen or not, and they were smiling. They heard what we were talking about. So they were definitely ready to break it out if Secret would allow it. Certainly going to be a contested hero, I would say, throughout the series, because Puppy's no slouch on the hero either. But there was a game where they lost with their combo of the Naga.
And what was picked against
some
it?
Similar heroes, right? You had this Miracle on the Invoker. He got trashed a little bit in lane, but just going for that split push, kind of farming it out a little bit, maybe dodging some of these team fights, and with a Lone Druid that Ace is so good at, that's probably going to be the name of the game here.
And I guess sort of the reason for that is the fact that both Invoker and the Earthshaker, they can do so much from sort of out of range of the initial jump of the team fight, the combo. They can keep themselves back, and they can disrupt the players that Newbee look to go for.
Yeah, and I will say there's one thing about TA that has changed quite drastically since the talents have come out, and that is her ability up against split push.
Look at this as well. Look, this guy's got all the cosmetics. Well, SCCC looking absolutely fabulous there. I believe one of the ethereal gems.
Oh, they like that.
All right, that's an expensive kit. That costs you a few thousand, that does. That he is absolutely showing off today. And see how he's able to do with the performance. So the mid lane, of course, SCCC is going to be backed up by Kaka, and we're going to see mid one. He's going to get a bit of help from Pup here in these early stages. How do you think this lane's going to go? Are we going to see either side suffer early on? I mean, at the moment, it looks like it could get tough for Secret the early levels.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at this, I mean, 6 armor on our TA, and you start with 6 armor on the Naga as well. They're willing to just kind of duke it out, you know, and keep pressuring over and over. Bounty, yeah, he's got okay armor as well, but he's just going to be here to try and help as much as possible with mid one, but not exactly the ideal role for a bounty hunter. You know, you'd love to kind of set up on some people, maybe get some kills.
Oh, look at this. This Fisher block from Yapso, trapping Kakarot. They have the Sunstrike at mid one. Gets the first blood. Fantastic setup for Secret, and the money's in the bank for the Invoker.
Possibly the most important hero in the game to get first blood on.
Absolutely.
Getting that Invoker, that super early start, tons of gold, and heading in towards that Midas if possible.
One on lane as well, Ace doing a good job at trying to force back KP, but KP does manage to bring the creep wave back around to him. So a good amount of XP coming towards. Wrap around towards the top lane. Look at this, Yapsa and Puppy coming in with the movement. They've got their eyes onto Faith. Faith keeping his distance. And now Mugi seeming to be aware, has started to back off a bit, play it very safe as both supports obviously off the map. And Newbee don't know right where they are. Have to keep their cores safe for now.
Yeah, with level 2 up on Puppy now though. Very scary. If Faith wanders back out there, you know, instant slow. He's got that Orb of Venom. They'll be ready to follow up in plenty of time for the D-Gen to get in range from the Omni Knight.
CS-wise, Ace actually falling behind a little bit as we can see in this bottom lane. KP doing a very good job of the lane, and Kaka actually able to take the bounty ring from right underneath his nose.
Oh, Faith is pinched up top.
Oh, he is. Here comes Ohio with the wrap around the D-Genera, slowing Faith down. Fisher block as well to make sure the Mugi can't get to him, and they'll get a second. Secret. 2 kills on the board in 2 minutes, making those movements with this Bounty Hunter Earthshaker combo that Yapsa and Puppy are so good at.
Yeah, and when we heard the news this morning that it was potentially going to be Ohio playing, the first thing many of us said was, well, you know, maybe they'll just pick him Omni Knight, right? Shove him up there, nice little stable hero, super safe, do your own thing, trying to have as much impact as possible in those team fights, and so far so good for the side of Team Secret 2-0, but they don't quite have that gold lead. It's still, you know, we're not going anywhere crazy quite yet.
Lane, eyes towards SCCC, Puppy and Yaps are either side of him on that mid lane. Didn't quite look to go for a play as of yet. Bottom lane, Ace definitely the one to be suffering for Secret in this laning stage. KP is having a whale of a time down here. 11 for 3 against the 4 for 4. So far against him.
Yeah, and that is definitely a little bit worrisome if you're cheering for Secret in this one too, because you're up against a Luna and a TA and a Sand King. These 3 heroes are very willing to get active early on if that's what the game calls for, and you can't really say the same thing about a Lone Druid, an Omni Knight, and an Invoker.
much more laid back, much more reserved in their laning stage. So have to make big plays
Look
from
at
the
this.
supports.
Kaka and KP moving in. Yapsor will come in to buy some time for Ace to back up. The fish is down. Kaka tries to look for the kill, but he can't quite get it with the Riptide.
That
now
body
KP,
block micro.
he's the one to fall low. He has got the South ticking him back up, but Puppy turns up into the lane. See if Secret can buy back into this, but I will play it safe. But indeed, great reaction from Secret there, just at the last moment to keep Ace safe.
So important that Yapsor's here for these moments. Has to make sure these cores do not get behind. They're very greedy in their draft. Can't afford any early losses.
Towards Kaka, he wants that bounty when he got it last time, but this time there's another kind of bounty waiting for him. Puppy's there, will get watered away by KP. Puppy will be able to make sure that Secret do manage to secure their own bounty rune this time round at the 4-minute mark. Top lane, Ohio, starting to get very confident in his lane. Look at the CS, 16 for 3 against the 19 for 4. He is having a pretty much as free a lane as KP is down on the bottom, so both off-laners off to an absolutely brilliant start this game.
Yeah, and our mid lane's been kind of turned back into a 1v1. We're just hanging on out here. I would say mid one's doing exceptionally well. 16-8 versus the 19-5. Pretty solid start for him. He can always be falling back on those neutrals, but he's not even in a bad place already to start going for that.
I can see SCCC very aware that something's in the neighborhood as he pings out. Tienta missing, and Puppy is going to reveal himself onto Kaka. They'll get the Fisher block off, so Kaka's got to take the long way round. Puppy and Yapsor will certainly try and give him a bit of a chase down with the Sunstrike as well. It's on, it's contacts, and there's the kill. Another one for Secret. As this Bounty and Earthshaker combo just seems relentless. It's chasing down heroes left, right, across the map, and Newbee struggling to deal with these expert rotations.
Man, what a support duo. Getting kills all over the place. Pick a lane, head on in, try and set something up. Well, down bottom. KP also trying to get something there, but they can't quite get the net there in time. Won't even grab the bear either.
Straight away. Secret. They move up to the top lane. This combo again. Fisher from Yapsor from the sideline, slowing things down. Ohio's moving in, looking for the kill. Mugi falling low and pulled down. Again. How do Newbee deal with this? These two heroes are getting away with literal murder time and time again.
To the gills.
Kills, the farm is still there for you. I have got that slight lead. You're not falling behind in net worth because of how you're being able to shut down Ace in this laning stage. Make sure that he doesn't get those quick, fast item timings that the Lone Druid looks for so he can start going into full farm mode. It's not going to be the quickest of Midases for Ace.
Yep. I would like to try and pressure that top tower if I could. Get my Luna pressing forward, but Ohio's been doing a great job of topping the Omni Knight, and there's 0 damage on this tower. They can't get anywhere, even with the Centaur creep in Lu. It's A-okay for him. Keep on relaxing. They're much more concerned about Ace, right? They're just keeping Kaka down here the whole time, maybe looking to get a turn, or to make sure he doesn't get farmed off of KP kills or something.
As we see all 3 cores of Newbee quite comfortably at the top of the net worth.
And he's trying to stack Ancients for himself from SCCC, but doesn't work with the trap. And they're just going to actually kill it as it... Oh, almost got it. But yeah, no stacks done here from the Ancients, so rough game. 9 minutes, you're going up and just killing a solo camp of Ancients does not feel very good as a Templar Assassin.
Top lane, over the glimpse onto Ohio. He's stuck underneath the tower here. Newbee finding the catch. Ohio is still 5 seconds of purification. He's not getting himself out of this one. Newbee, a good, clean catch onto the Omni Knight.
Yeah, perhaps a bit too aggressive, They are not very good at getting aggressive from the supports on the side of the Dire right now, but if you go too deep, they can certainly punish you. Quick TPs from the Naga with the net. He doesn't care about Repel. And then, of course, the Glimpse being the main factor. So now we might actually get that pressure up top. Wand fully ready for Mugi. Has the Eclipse as well, so if anyone comes to contest this, they could be in danger. Yapsor standing very far back, though.
SCCC did catch a glimpse of Puppy as he came underneath that Sentry Ward. Be able to keep himself out of harm's way, as it seems.
Yeah, he's got the courier wards up. You see all these nice high wards close to the dire base. He is on the prowl for some free gold.
Absolutely, just sort of going up and down between mid lane and top lane.
Oh, level 6 on Faith, but they actually can't find a play there onto Ohio. Just a bit too worrisome. They're going to actually transfer down bottom and try and use that first Static Storm there instead. They have the ward in behind the tower. That can be our plan. No, we'll just de-ward. All right. Quite a relaxed squad over here.
Puppey, he really wants that courier. He's spending the majority of his time just walking the lanes, waiting for that delivery to be made. And it's not coming through, so things starting to absolutely slow down a little bit now for Secret, and that certainly does seem to be favouring Newbee, as they're caused having that slightly easier time getting the farm with this movement down bottom from Mugi. There's nice early pressure.
Yeah, I would hate to go this tower top though. Like, they absolutely can. It feels like they must be ahead. They should be able to fight this as Newbee.
I mean, KP's got a blink. This could be a massive reveal from KP, and he's revving up the epicenter, ready to go. Look at the jump in, it's straight in onto that lone druid, taking out Ace. They've got the net onto Ohio. CCC being brought in as well. Has the trap slow. Has got the repel, and he may be a little too slippery for them to chase. I mean, KP maybe has got the burst truck up the repel oneself, and indeed he can actually jump forward. Has the connection. Popping the GA here. Ohio just trying to buy as much time as he can for himself, but with the trap slows, he's surely going to go down. There's no help near enough for this man, as Ohio will fall, trying to come in with the fish to then save him. Yapso is unable to do so. Meanwhile, Puppey does find the dire courier, but of course, very, very strong play for Newbee. And oh, the catch there in the middle lane. Faith was ready, glimpses him out of that TP back into the Static Storm, and mid one down as well.
And Boogie never even left bottom. He's almost got the tier 2. It's dead.
Wow, that last 2 minutes of gameplay been pretty flawless. We'll see Secret try and turn it around now, though, because Mugi will almost certainly be punished for this one. Puppey, Yapso, and Ace chasing down the Luna. No sort of help.
Oh, this Baron will tank so much Eclipse if he tries it.
Yeah. This Luna is certainly going to be a death one. It's a slow but painful death for this Luna, but finally the root comes through for Ace, and they are able to take down Mugi. But still, as you say, so much being achieved by Newbee in that last few minutes.
Now, what have they given up, though? Where are we in terms of our Invoker? Mid one skipping out on the Midas this game. We've seen this from plenty of Invokers these days, just going for the drums instead, especially when you have a secondary core that feels like he needs to go Midas, as he's been building on that lone druid. That's very understandable. You don't want to give up absolutely everything at the start of the game when there's so much pressure coming from that dire side. Heading later, though, I actually think Newbee have decent options up against the lane push that's going to be coming through. Templar Assassin these days is just kind of crazy, right? You have these traps all throughout these lanes, and if you somehow start falling behind in terms of the lane shove, she can catch you up very quickly just by popping a few of these traps and eliminating creep waves, which hasn't really been a thing in the past. Here was much more burst reliant on
KP going ready in with the epicenter. Burst strike straight in on target. They will get the fear off. Face trying to buy time, but the Riptide for the illusions is enough. Gakka and KP claim the kill.
They might have some cleanup here, though.
They're looking for it. Puppey with the wraparound. Mid one, looking for the tornado. Final to one, but the Song of the Siren is there. The cold snap and the meteor came through, but it's not. Oh, the Fisher from the sidelines. Maybe it's enough. The burst strike's still there from KP. They're on the retreat. Looks like get out. The Sunstrike was attempted.
Beautiful prediction on the blink, but just the wrong angle.
So they get out. Newbee heading away with multiple kills onto both really Ace and Mid one getting taken down. He's thinking about diving. He's very strong at the moment. He has that Blink Dagger, level 12, putting pressure onto this tier 1 tower mid. Newbee starting to build up this 4k gold lead at this stage of the game.
Definitely a game of momentum for them, though. I don't think you want to sit back at all, keep things going, and try and do the exact same thing you did to bottom lane to that top lane or through the mid lane. And then, of course, we start being concerned about Roshan.
Puppey, it's his 6, so we are going to have the track goal.
Ohio, there's a net here, too.
Oh, he's pretty deep. I don't know if he can play his way out of this one, especially not with Gakka coming in, and the Eclipse being popped as well. Newbee get another easy kill, as they are just starting to move around as a squad. And as you say, this is just the way that they absolutely had to play it. You can definitely look to use this timing to punish these two cores, this Invoker and Lone Druid. They are just not in fighting shape at the moment, and they're not going to be for quite some while. You need at least the Aghanims on the Invoker. And Ace, as we saw, getting slowed down at the start, he still needs a lot of time to get anywhere near to the threat that Mugi's Luna has become.
Yeah, and you'd like to fight this because these cooldowns aren't there, right? There's no Eclipse, there's no Song, there's no Epicenter, but you don't really have those tools. So they're still able to really put this pressure into that top lane despite not really having much in the reserves for Newbee. In fact, Faith is even considering a little bit of a wraparound play here, but they don't quite have the vision right now to plant any more wards back there.
Epicenter's back up for KP. That's about 40 seconds before they have the Static Storm from Faith, but certainly with that Epicenter, as we've seen, they have more than enough damage to catch some of these calls off guard. If they can get on top of Ace, he will die.
This is a very aggressive smoke.
Absolutely, Puppey's going to head in. He will get the vision that something's going on. Ohio going in with the purification on Puppey. They're bringing Faith down low. Faith glimpsing back Ohio, but he has the repel to stand in place. There's going to be a jump forward. Yapsor with the Fisher onto 2, holding them down. Puppey in trouble. The GA was out. Is he going to be enough to save him? Ohio will be able to take down Faith, keeping Puppey alive. Finally, Puppey falls to the Metal Strike. KP with the Epicenter, making sure to secure the team fight for Newbee and get the double kill for SCCC.
And instantly TP's down the bottom lane. Don't let Ace get anything. Heroes rotating back to the mid lane, trying to stop what mid one's attempting to do. That space creation not doing all too much for Secret. And I can see what they're doing, right? They're trying to play this aggression, you know, they're trying to slow down this push as much as possible, even if that means feeding a few kills. But if you're not setting up like a Sunstrike kill on a core or something, I don't think that play is going to be worth it.
Ace's progress 2.1k towards that relic, but here comes Kaka. He's got the setup, and does he have the backup? It looks like he should do. KP is there. Is mid one on the sidelines. Might look for the counterplay here. They're relatively good up the tornado, not quite high enough level to really catch them out. And now the Static Storm's there in return, but Ace has the bear outside, biting into Faith. Disruptor's falling low. Sunstrike's coming in, won't be needed. Faith's already dead, so they do manage to protect Ace and get a kill in return.
Yeah, nice repel save there from Ohio with the rotation in from the Shrine. And punish a little bit of that aggression that Newbee's been pushing out this game. As Puppey getting back to his old tactics here. Probably going to hope to plant some nice deep wards again, because that career is back up and active.
Soaking some of the ancient XP up as well here.
Yeah, beautiful.
He hangs around. Ohio now with that Yule Step to complete, so he's going to be a lot more slippery in these fights. Newbee try and get rid of him straight away. And yeah, big boost of XP. So up to level 8 now on Puppey's Bounty Hunter. Still, scary one being SCCC is level 15 on this Templar Assassin.
Set something up on the Kaka here.
Kaka will be allowed to get the green here. Puppey now looking for the setup. On to mid one, has the cold snap. Sunstrike's coming in as well. Bam!
That's a really nice play just from the patience of Puppey too. Like, he waits so long, he doesn't just like start tracking heroes the second he sees them. He stalks them around and waits so you can allow mid one to collect that nice little bounty.
And this is getting to scale. I believe SCCC, is level 15, and he has the complete Desolator.
And this is go time.
Yeah,
this is tower, this is Roche.
It's going to be absolutely terrifying if they're not respond to GN Faith. He has managed to find a Static Storm and the Epicenter coming in. They'll try and respond with the Tornado, but it's no way of stopping that.
Though, and Puppey's there.
Oh, I'll take that. Another courier for Puppey. Still taking Ace out. Ace really suffering this game as Newbee are doing a fantastic job of controlling the lone druid and stepping up the push themselves. With the Deso TA, the push of the Luna, they take towers in a matter of seconds, and 18 minutes in, they claim their second tier 2.
But Yapsor, the big hero in so many games for Secret, he does have the Blink Dagger money now. They have delayed enough that maybe they can't get that Roche fight, but at least they haven't lost a tier 3 or anything like that, which can't often happen.
Okay, goodbye.
Nice.
They got the Eels. KP smart there, closing the gap. Yapsor will spend all his money as he realizes there is no way out of this one. Newbee surround him. Who's going to get the kill? And it's going to be... there we go, Faith. He'll take it. And meanwhile, Newbee having more than enough space to go into Roshan and take him down, get that Aegis into their hands. Sunstrike's going to be attempted. That was a good shot, but they're just a little too late. SCC with the blink, Deso, Aegis, 19 minutes in. This is such a strong point of the game for a Templar Assassin, and Secret need to somehow, just not allow themselves to crumble to this if they wish to hold on to this game.
But look at this. Wave all the way in bottom, wave all the way in top. Still a decent amount of chip damage coming out here.
Look at the bear getting a bit of abuse here.
That's a hero kill.
Oh, and that is a bear that's going to not be able to be resummoned for about 70 seconds. And that is a fair bit of time that Ace is without his pet. Ohio will go for the TP out at the back of the repel. No way that Faith can look to cancel that.
So now it's time to try and make a play here with the Yapsor, Puppey, and a Sunstrike. Choose a core, attempt the dunk. Yes, Echo Slam has been nerfed, especially against solo heroes, of course, but if you have a Sunstrike, that'll make up for it. And they have that vision in place now to try and put these up. And every time you get one of these kills, it's going to break that chain for Newbee when they want to just group up, get objectives, and close this game out. Every time you delay, cause that chain reaction. That's what Bounty's so good at, spotting these movements. When are they trying to group up?
Oh, mid lane, KP coming in with a burst strike onto Ohio. Good turning yours up SCCC to hold him back. Ohio continue to run. Sunstrike's going to come down onto SCCC with the refractions up. Popping the GA. Ohio trying to do everything he can to keep himself alive for long as possible, but it doesn't look like anyone else is going to come in and help him. So he should go down. KP comes forward. The tornado again is just a little too short. The levels aren't quite there for this Invoker. Mid one can't really do much to react to this at range. He's nearly got that Aghanims, but again, this is another pick off for Newbee. They're taking down Ohio's Omni-Knight.
Oh, the pressure is on right here.
They have to hit something big with the combo Secret. As Newbee, we saw how fast they can take structures if they're allowed to get into the base.
What a timing. Careful not to use it all on just the Aegis, though. Song always there for retreat. Very nice stance here from Newbee. Well spread.
Take down. Now for Wolf. CCC and Mugi though, that easy tier 3. 20 minutes in, they're onto the racks. KP jumps forward, sees an opportunity. Tornado's there with Meteor straight onto SCCC. Trying to hold back this TA, but the song's been popped. They're looking for the setup, positioning themselves around mid 1. They are going to see Ohio back in. He's trying to come across and do something to help this man. But the Silencing Monsters out. Yapsor comes in on the back with the Echo Sam. It didn't look like it is. The Eclipse is out for Newbee. They've taken down mid 1. They've taken down Yapsor. They've taken down Puppey. Ohio trying his best to keep himself alive, but he can't even get Mugi. The root's there through the rappel, holding Ohio down. Double kill for SCCC. They take the full set of racks. Ace is trying his best to go for the rat play. Oh, just makes it out.
Just out of mana on the Yules.
Oh, that was close. But still, this is absolutely brilliant for Newbee. They don't just get one set of racks, they'll get two. They go straight down to the bottom. No way that Secret can stop these two sets going down. They do still have a tier 2 top, so they don't have to fear the mega creeps as of yet. But they do have to fear this lineup of Newbee. They're 12k in the lead, 16-9, and SCCC and Mugi just absolutely massive in contrast to mid 1 and Ace.
If there were heroes on my team I would want in this situation, though, it's going to be Lone Druid, it's going to be Invoker, and it's going to be that Bounty Hunter. You know, if Puppey can spot these movements, he can see what they're up to when they're grouping, and maybe create some pick-off opportunities. There's a chance they can delay this long enough to get those crazy items on that Lone Druid. You know, we've seen the Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, that's going to be another Kara for Puppey. He's certainly doing his job this game. We'll take that one down.
Unfortunately, it's mostly couriers.
It is.
That he's set
up. We saw at the start that we're getting the kills, but a Newbee just being able to take full control of this mid game and working perfectly around the timings that a Luna and a TA lineup wants to use.
And still 1 minute left on that Aegis here. So
there is the Radiance now on Ace. So as you said, you know, Ace and mid, well, they are getting those items, but is it a little too late? That's the question, because these pushes have proven to be very deadly for Secret.
Perfectly timed. Song just comes off cooldown.
With the root here onto SCCC there. Do burst him down low, but of course he does still have the Aegis. The pushes are suddenly going to get a little harder for Newbee there. So that we know if they can break the base with a good Song of the Siren, get themselves on top of the lineup of Secret, it's almost impossible for Secret to react in these situations. Puppey coming forward on the base. KP just jump in. Looks like the rest of Newbee are opting to back out at this stage.
Yeah, with so little time left on the Aegis.
Yeah.
Just want to retreat back. They would love to get some vision in here as well. Try and find out what's happening all over that Radiant side of the map. But they didn't get too much planted. Of course, they got 2 sets of racks, so we'll call that okay.
Yeah, Newbee certainly more than happy with the way that this game is going. You've got BKB being closed in upon for Mugi. It's just a few hundred gold away from having that complete. And SCCC going full aggressive with his build. He is looking for that Bloodthorn, which is getting increasingly closer to quite some rate. 7-0-3 on this TA this game. A flawless performance from SCCC.
Perhaps a little bit risky without the BKB, you could say.
It can be. It certainly can be. And
especially when you just need 1 set of racks, you know?
Look at this though, from the side. Secret trying for the smoke. Smoke on smoke though. Who's going to get the jump cut? They've got the Song. They need to stop it. They'll be the silence on the. Oh, yeah! So comes on the back. They've got the Meteor. Deadly Blast. SCCC, but in return they'll lose mid one. 1-for-1 at the moment. KP coming in to join the fight. Fight the first track on Yaps on the side of it. Ohio trying to chase down Mugi, but the roots upon the Omni Knight held in place. Yapso jumping back in, trying to finish off Fate, but he can't quite get the kill. Secret lose 2. Newbee trying to chase for more. They have the song. The set KP finds the catcher to Ohio. Purification is still there. Fight back from Yapso has come into play. Puppy's now turned up as well as Ace. They will keep the Lone Druid alive for now. The Radiant certainly helping in the situation. Tickling down Newbee slowly but surely. Puppy's falling low. Ace has the fear to send back KP and Kaka quite a little bit. They're still looking to fight Newbee. Based on the high ground on the side of it all. They're still missing mid 1 for 20 seconds. With the Riptide falling low, there is going to be the root holding back the Nagasara, and KP jumps in with the burst strike onto Ace. Ace is down. Puppy to fall as well. And they'll also lose Ohio. Yapso is still looking for that faith kill, but he can't quite get it. He has to blink himself away. Newbee still coming out on top of each and every one of these team fights.
We bought back. It's the jugular time. They want to end.
The final defense this game, as it could be for Team Secret. They need something big. Sunstrike comes in, but Mugi pops the man to get himself across the fissure. The silence onto Ohio. He removes it with the Yule Scepter. Tornado thrown out by mid 1. They are being able to slowly force Newbee back. It looks like Secret will hold for now. This game getting incredibly scary. We have seen sort of the glimmers of potential from Secret's team fight. If Yapso can find that setup for mid 1's combo, it can get very close at this stage to deleting the heroes, but it's going to get harder and harder. And mid 1, he just needs so much more time and so many more levels. Only level 15 at the Invoker. Sure, it's not too bad for this stage of the game, but in terms of where you want to be when these sort of fights are being forced upon you, you've got to have those higher levels in the Wex. And of course, mid 1, without that Midas build, it's taking him a lot longer than usual.
Yeah, and talking about Secret's combo getting stronger, of course, with the Aghanim Scepter on our Disruptor, the combinations of Newbee also looking quite potent. No saves from the Yule Scepter after that for Ohio. Despite being as far behind as Secret appear to be in this stage, they are still coming across the map. You know, they're not hiding in the base. They still have Puppy aggressively moving around. Of course, he's on the hunt for that courier if it does come out for a little bit of a trip, and getting that very important intel for the team. It looks like we're just going to chill until Aegis. No real reason not to, honestly. However, it's very long. So if they decide to wait that long, they can always, of course, look for these pickoffs.
Mid lane, mid 1. Has to be careful. Kaka leading the way. KP jumping forward. Oh, they're keeping themselves. Oh, does that juke them out? Newbee have gone past it. They're going to go towards Ohio. Mid 1. He's thinking about trying to take this fight. The static storm down into Ohio. Ohio gets into the feature. Cancelling KP from being able to bring the epicenter into good range. Yapso may pay for this though. He's stuck on the side in the kinetic field. Ohio coming forward, trying to save, and there's an eclipse as well from Mugi as they're moving on the back. Secret, they're trying to take this fight though. They're looking towards Mugi, but Ohio falling incredibly low. Fisher comes out from Yapso. There's the echo. Oh, Yapso gets out. He's able to go blink out. They get Mugi. They get KP. They have lost Ohio though. And Secret is a 3-for-1 though at the moment. If Secret can get these two heroes out, the Puppy and Yapso, they'll be more than fine with this. But the Nagasara and Illusions do chase down one. They do manage to finish off Puppy. Ace is going to be able to TP out though. And considering the situation, Secret definitely over the moon with that sort of a fight. They're even looking for more. SCCC is going to get caught up by the Tornado. Mid 1 turn, he's low on mana, but Yapso's there. Jumps in the song. The song comes through for Kaka though. Buys time for SCCC to get away. So Kaka with the save will be able to take him out of it all and get him back to base.
Gotta imagine SCCC is thinking about that BKB.
I mean, this game is getting crazy. He's closing in on it. He is close to the BKB on the TA, and then things certainly have to take a bit of a turn for the change. Was wondering if we were going to see a Sunstrike attempt from mid 1 there, but he didn't go for it. But as we saw, Yapso in that last fight as well, just pushing the Earthshaker to its maximum limits, getting in and out on minimal HP. Certainly was the big sort of part in Secret actually being able to come out on top of that fight.
Yeah, you see any other team pick Shaker right now and you're like, what are they doing? You see Secret and you're like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they'll pick a first phase. You know, ban that.
It's just so disruptive in these team fights, these constant fissures, and as we saw there, the Echo Slam blink out that Yapso was able to execute. There we go, Puppy. Has been spotted out. KP, they've got vision. They'll jump in immediately. Ohio tries to come in for the save, but the damage from SCCC, especially with that double damage rune, want to miss too much. Kaka, of course.
They don't give away the vision either by going for Ohio. It's a chance they could even go for mid 1 had they been a little bit closer, but he will now pass through the same area. Perhaps even a bit lucky there. and get taken down.
As I said, in the past, we have seen Ace's Lone Druid keep Secret in the game in very similar situations to this one. Can he do it again here? As you can see, constantly pushing out these side lanes. The top lane being shoved in by the bear. It's closing in on the Assault Cuirass. Definitely one of the reasons why you can't write Secret off yet this game.
That bear is getting closer and closer, but they're a bit busy right now. Preoccupied with something very crucial to ending this one. That's going to be Aegis and Cheese now for the side of Newbee.
Like Kunka will.
Any other chances? I guess this is going to be that situation where we look for those bigger plays outside the base, right? You kind of know how Newbee want to play this at this point. They want that Aegis and Cheese. They want to approach the base and try and do that exact same formation, which made it very difficult for side of Team Secret to initiate. So, ideally, we use our Bounty Hunter to try and find some sort of a fight outside. The Shadow Blade's also almost done for YapzOr. That's going to help as well. And then comboed up from the long range help from both the bear as well as mid one.
Mid one has to be careful. Jump in from KP. He's going to be able to catch out the Invoker. Mid one muted as well. He can't get out of this, but he does have the backup needed. Ohio's there with a repel. SCCC actually popping a BKB for that attempt.
Yeah, and they're calling the back though. They're saying, no. Luna's not there. Don't fight.
I can see the blink out. Faith a little too close, but looks like Lukaku coming in. Newbee will be safe to disengage.
They look quite panicked. Newbee having a hard time figuring this one out.
I mean, how do you play this sort of game if you're Newbee? Have they got the means to deal with this split push pressure? Is the answer just to push quicker?
I think you have to accept that you missed that.
Bishop. They got the combo. SCCC, will he go down once? He will. They'll pop the Aegis. In return, 3-man stone comes out from Newbee. They have the something onto Ohio. He'll be very absolute. Jumping in with the Echo Sand. GA's out from Ohio, but the song's there for Kaka. Sort of not working nicely with the Eclipse. This is sort of Newbee pressing every button at the same time. And with that, they're going to have to tuck their tails and back out of this fight. That is not the fight that Newbee want to take.
They have to accept that when they built that Orchid and they didn't immediately win the game, they missed a window. That BKB came later, more items came out for the side of the Secret, and now you are in a state where these lanes are very difficult to control and actually force some sort of a good engagement for you on the high ground with Team Secret. So Newbee, they're just hammering into it. It's like they're running into a brick wall over and over. They're not getting any further ahead. They have all this map control, and they're just like totally in that panic mode.
I mean, if we could see the network graph, I imagine it's pretty much been a flat line, or it's an up and down line, but as you say, you saw that...
Well, since the racks, I mean, it's been pretty even.
Pretty even indeed in terms of the movement. All up on the high ground. Actually, one's going to get taken down here. It's actually able to get himself out of the Static Storm. Again, SCC's popped the BKB. They have to get this kill, and they look like they will. Indeed, the damage is enough once SCCC is able to close the gap. KP jumps in onto Puppey. Puppey repelled up by Ohio. They'll be able to take the rest of the team back there. So this time, Newbee do get away with the kill. One does have buyback available if he's forced to use it. Top lane's pushed out very, very far for Secret. The other lanes, though, not so much. Newbee have got them moving in. They can certainly look to threaten the high ground. And how does Secret respond? They don't have Echo Slam yet. Oh, jump in. Repels there from Ohio in response. Fisher into Mugi. Still standing his ground. They're trying to push them back with the bear at the front lines. Look at the root onto Mugi. In fact, YapzOr jumping in is going to force the BKB out. Mugi pops it immediately. Return for KP. Comes in with a burst strike. That will be YapzOr down. And YapzOr is without buyback for 60 seconds. The bear also in trouble. Ohio keeping it alive with the purification. Mid one will buy back for this. Seeing as YapzOr can't come back into the game to hold the fort.
Yeah, there's no BKBs right now on Luna or TA, so they're going to relax. I like this. They're finding that sort of patience they need in this moment. And even though they have a really big kill, there's no Earthshaker. Can't maybe guarantee that he doesn't have buyback. Just chill out, take it a bit easy. But more time for Secret. They're still in this.
They absolutely are. They've been holding on for the longest of time since those 2 racks have gone down. Keeping themselves very much in this game. Certainly Newbee, of course, the ones that, you know, one good team fight for Newbee, it's going to be game over.
And this, see if maybe the Song and the Siren with the Aghanim Scepter. I always see these Nagas trying to get to this, and finally we have a game with one. So we can find it to be quite useful in these engagements.
They're coming out mid one, of course, off the back of that buyback. Cannot afford to be caught out here. They're coming in on the high ground. He's in a lot of trouble. The root comes through KP with a 2-man bow strike straight in. They go onto this Invoker. Mid one is down. There's no way of saving him. The glimpse as well to Ace. Tracking him in the kinetic field. That's both cores down on Secret without buyback. I don't know what these three can do, and they're not going to get a chance to do anything. Oh, Ace, sorry, he does have buyback back up. Ace can come back in on this. The GA's out, but there's the eclipse from Mugi. Can Secret hold this at all? They're trying their best. Ohio moving forward onto KP. They're trying their best here. Ohio does manage to keep himself alive. And the longer the Newbee are fighting around the fountain, the longer they're away from those racks. But now Newbee, they turn their attention towards the objectives. They lead themselves up towards the top lane, onto the tier 3 tower, and onto Secret's final set of racks. They do have the Echo Slam ready, but still without the Invoker Strike. Again, KP jumping in with a 2-man Burrow Strike, holding them back 20 seconds until mid-one's back. And it looks like Newbee will not threaten for more. They're backing out. They respect the fact that the Invoker's going to return. So Secret still holding on in this game. 8 seconds. If they can hit the combo of a lifetime, maybe Secret can do it. But Newbee looking to be on the verge of taking this game on. KP on the side, catching out Ohio. Ohio is down. He does have buyback. Secret, can they hold this at all? The Ancients exposed. Newbee moving in. SCCC turns towards Ohio, repels out upon him. They've got the bear forcing back the TA. Root down onto Ohio. Mules up Mugi on the side of it. Again, another root holding back SCCC, but Mugi, he's looking for the game. Possibly with a 4-man burst strike from KP. Sets up what will almost certainly be GG, and indeed it is. Newbee taking game 1 here, and KP finishing it in absolute style on this Sankey and ending as well. KP throughout that game had a phenomenal Sankey performance.
And these are some signature heroes from Secret. You're looking at the Earthshaker for YapzOr. You got Puppy on the Bounty Hunter, you got the mid-1 Invoker, and the Ace Lone Druid. You really can't
Dire's ban now.
Radiant's
They really need Ohio to be that sacrifice. Just be like, I'm dying, guys. That's what I'm going to do. They can't have so much farm intensity. They have to have that space maker. They can't depend so much on Puppey and Yapzor.
Yeah, and from Newbee's point of view, I guess they went into this wheel and looked at that and thought there's a risk they could do the lone druid thing, but it looked like they had a plan for it. They were quite happy for that.
Yeah, I think especially because you understand the type of team that Newbee is. Like, a lot of pros describe them as the most predictable out of all the major teams just because they'll do the same things over and over again. The good news is that it is predictable, but at the same time, they're very good at what they do.
Look at that. They knew, they literally insta-picked it, so they did want these two heroes versus Naga. So Clockwork can't sleep when you're getting battery assaulted. And I think the other one with Underlord is probably they can just pick and choose the fights in the same essence as Newbee can, right? Yeah. With the ulti.
So you take the ban it, counter it.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's what they're going to go for. That is traditional Puppey, right? Yeah. He does like to challenge those heroes when he sees a team.
But as Will says, in game 1, necessarily in game 2?
Well, you know, this is, I wonder how much Ohio had to do with this. This is Underlord is his most played hero. This patch, Secret had only picked it 2 times for Fata, now 2-0, but Ohio's played it 10.
And they take the Disruptor instantly again.
Yeah. It's even better against Pitlord.
Yeah.
Just whoever gets taken back, you always have the opportunity to glimpse.
Yep. 10 seconds.
Clock is rather good versus Disruptor, though, on the other side.
It is.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know if Naga cares like too much though, because you can always just split.
Yeah, sure.
Dire's ban.
Well, this is where I really wonder if Secret is looking at that Lycan in one of these strength-based push lineups. This is one of the things I think that is really broken in the game right now, is strength regen scaling. Like if you look at that EG Chen lineup that we saw the other day that we all thought was pretty bad, if you look at that lineup, because of the way that you have all these stacking, overlapping HP regen auras from Helm of the Dom, from Mech, from other items, most supports are buying 4 staffs that give you HP regen, a lot of items in the game that do that. And if you look at the way that HP regen now scales with strength, you're talking 5 heroes, 1500, 2k plus HP, and also 10 to 20 regen per second. It's just very hard to stop that push, get them low.
That's why it feels so good playing with anyone who has a Dominator on your team. You're just like, oh, I'm staying by this guy the whole time, just getting free regen.
Dire's ban.
So they do have to ban out the Enigma since they don't want to deal with that huge combo, and of course Newbee has to ban out SF because of Clockwork. So that is a neat thing that they do. You know, the clock is good versus Naga, and it makes the other team ban a hero.
I'm okay. Just dust.
Looking after you.
10 seconds.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting because Secret, not a Lycan team at all. But I would love to see that kind of a strength pusher.
What would be the other one?
So hard to kind of expect because this is a totally different approach from Secret that we've seen any time recently, because they're just really trying to address that Naga issue.
Let's see Ace on the bristle.
Could take Keeper.
If you're Newbee here, I would like to take Batrider.
Why?
I don't know. It just feels like a good read. It allows you to one-on-one the Pitlord too. And if you go aggro, the Clockwork can't do much.
I like that.
To provide help in that.
I guess you play... yeah, the percentage play is probably you play safe, take your second support here.
Dire's turn. Lion.
The Lion.
Yeah, and that's... I wonder where the roles are going to be. Because we've seen some Yapzor Lion games that have been pretty good. And Clock not traditionally played as a 5, but I could see them going that direction.
10 seconds.
Okay, I saw this Lion versus Naga yesterday, right?
5 seconds remaining.
I think you just get aggressive again in the offlane. Like Lion's sort of similar to Disruptor in that regard. Like if you go aggressive against it, it's really hard to play against. The good thing for Newbee though is like they have this TA core that's not too greedy. She's just gonna farm up 2 items and run at you. And they had Luna in the last game, which is a very strong laner. So it kind of bolstered some of her issues.
They picked the Omni into the Underlord.
Dire's turn to pick.
And again, snap pick from Secret, the OD for mid 1. And this is I like the OD. So OD is, if you look at the major 1 and 2 position cores in this patch, OD is really the only one that has a winning record that's not a tower hitter. And so you have to have that push potential around him, and the Underlord with the potential to push out waves, get your whole team from one lane to another to take 2 towers for the price of 1, and your 5th ace, obviously so many heroes in his pool that are great with that pushing. I like the OD pick here from Secret.
Yeah, it's also, I think it denies Newbee the option too, because one of the best heroes in the game against Underlord is the OD. So you take it away, plus OD Omni is such a strong combination. Yeah. I think you pick something greedy mid though, because you have Omni. Omni enables your other cores.
Yeah, traditionally, so for what it's worth, Newbee's gone, before this series, Newbee had last picked SCCC's hero in 11 out of the previous 12 drafts.
But they see the other mid hero now,
yeah.
So it does always set up. Do they go for something just like a Viper?
I think you just get anything that builds in a Hurricane, and it's fine. Any sort of tanky range scaler.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
I'm down with Viper.
I don't know.
Dusa, that works too.
I think the problem with Viper there though is you don't abuse repel as much.
That is a good point.
Because you sort of want to be hit as a Viper.
Yep. SCCC 4 and 2 on the Medusa this patch. They have shifted it on the Mugi 1-0, but I would expect this to be a mid Medusa for sure.
5 seconds remaining.
Dusa into Lion, OD.
Yeah, it's tough.
There's actually 2 decent ways to chunk down the mana drain and the Arcane Orb. Plus, of course, the Sanity's Eclipse works really well versus Medusa.
I mean, again, though, as Newbee right now, you're saying to yourself, look, we stuck to our guns in game 1. We picked that team fight heavy lineup, did it really well. We got a game to play with here. Let's just stick with our identity.
You take Monkey King or something here?
As who?
For Newbee? Let's say you.
I actually thought you were going to propose that for Secret. Punish the Omni.
Thinking about something to punish that Underlord.
I guess it works both ways.
Really good with Naga.
You just sleep, pop your ulti.
Sleep, pop your ulti, yeah.
I haven't played a huge amount of it on the Newbee side.
Yeah.
I'd like some kind of BKB last hero core for Secret.
I actually think I think either team can still take. I think Newbee can certainly still take Lycan.
Yeah, I was just about to say Lycan as well. Glancing at it.
I mean, Secret can't really pick Batrider here anymore.
You really need a BKB core.
Finds out the gyro.
Yeah, that's the other big Mugi here. The lifesteal and the lifesteal, the gyro, PL, MK.
10 seconds.
The last ban.
Yeah. Is there a surprise Deep Secret for the last pick?
Well, I mean, I don't know. The Huskar cheese I wouldn't necessarily expect here when the other team's got Omni.
But maybe we'll think about it. This ban, will they?
Dyer's turn to pick.
Wait a
And the
minute.
Meepo, that's the
They
other one.
Wait a minute. Is Secret? Can you brood?
They could. I think that's why Newbee were thinking about it, because the Meepo's gone. And they were thinking, how do they protect themselves against the cheese?
They could run over with Brood.
I think Secret can brood here easily.
Naga is quite good versus Brood, though.
That's true. Okay, core Venge. All right, tempo. This is a Mugi Venge.
Core Venge. Final pick.
They only have Disruptor this time with the Naga Siren. They tend to actually draft like multiple ways to use that sleep, from what I'm used to seeing.
It's true.
10
Their team fight's pretty lackluster on Newbee now too. Really, Disruptor and Disruptor sleep and the Omni Knight kind of. Other than that, their team fight's not great till Dusa gets online for
They're
Stone
still
Gaze.
talking down there. They only have 5 seconds left here.
They did this one. They did this one recently.
They did. And this is the troll is sort of as bad as he's been. He's like 2-11 as a hero this patch. He instantly solves all of your tower pushing problems.
And that's good versus him too.
Well, it's an interesting draft from Secret. It's a fairly familiar draft from Newbee. Alan, which way do you favour that?
Wow. I think I have to play the percentages and take Newbee here because the Secret hero's not so good overall this patch.
Okay.
Can Fog go first?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna go Secret. I like Underlord and Troll together. I think that it's a neat combo. You can like take a fight and win it. You TP to the other side of the map and you can battle trans push buildings really quickly.
Okay, so let me just clarify this for the crowd here at the Arena of Stars. You're going for Secret and Ohio.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go. But they're there.
Just give me some love, buddy. Will.
Alan chose Newbie, right?
Yeah.
Secret all the way. Let's go.
Eat my sweaty hand.
No bot member to the crowd here on the panel whatsoever. Let's hand you back over to our commentary team for game number 2. Can Secret stay alive? Let's find out.
Absolutely, Red Eye. Let's find out indeed in front of this incredible crowd here at ESL One Genting. I'm Odie Pixel, I'm here with Trent, and we're ready for game 2. Team Secret up against Newbie. And Trent, they're crazy. They let it through. They let that Naga Siren through, but as the panel said, this is something that we've seen them do before. They love to try and deal with the heroes that they can't beat in the initial games rather than just straight ban them out, and they have taken a totally different approach this game, Secret.
Yeah, we've seen several teams try that this tournament. The Fear Lycan, probably the most notable example that just keeps showing up, but you could say at least you know what they're going to pick. You can try these strategies, find a way to play against it, and with those snap picks, one of them looks like KP just gonna run himself out of here. Wow, unless Puppy keeps this up.
Very nice body blocks here from Puppy. Fine time. You know, KP's still yet to skill. He's holding on to his point. He's keeping it at the end. He was going to put the point of purification. Faith's there as well, so will force Secret to back up, but still quite a bit of damage done to that Omni Knight. And
nicely done. So what are our answers then? They went instantaneously for the Underlord and the Clockwork. Pretty good, right? You can maybe interrupt those combinations post-song with a quick hook shot. They're going to come in and battle that Bounty down bottom as well. The one would still take it, but it's going to take about half his HP for it. Is that really worth it? That's a question.
He's got the... So we'll see what sort of lanes do come out from them at the moment. Secret. You can just still move around a little bit. It seems like they are... So looking to have the Troll in the mid lane, Ace, and taking mid one down to the safe lane. So is this... What are Secret looking to dodge here with this?
It looks like they're pretty happy with the situation of just getting the Troll early on versus the Medusa. I like that, right? Mid one has a couple different options he can set up well for the Lion. They can kind of play this. I think they're assuming that they're going to do the same pressure with Kaka again this game, where he's just playing in this off lane and beating down this safe laner. And in this case, it's going to be mid one who gets punished this game instead of Ace. Maybe Ace is just tired of it, you know? He's like, I can't handle that again, guys, please.
Because this is not going to be a fun bottom lane at all for Secret with this aggressive tri-lane of Newbie.
But think of this setup, though, with Astral into the Spike, into the Cogs. Like, this is a great way to initiate. It reminds me a lot of, like, that Tinker in the tri-lane, where you look at it from EG and you're like, what the hell is this? Why is Tinker in a tri-lane? But he has these tools that can work well in these situations, and probably better than a Troll would. And plus, this is going to give a nice little lane to Ace mid.
No, the other lane, of course, Ahaya up on the top lane. Get that to the 1v1 bottom lane. Kaka actually falling low. The Cog pushback as well. Bringing Kaka down. Very, very low, but they can't quite finish it off. Still there, exactly as you said there, Trent. The combination of skills from Secret definitely does still have potential, killing potential in this lane if Newbie are caught out of place.
Lots of our action going to be occurring down here. Pretty boring matchup up top, of course, Omni and the Underlord, as Fog mentioned. We've seen a couple times Underlord tends to come out on top.
Again, trapping Kaka in a little bit. Of course, he's going to be in slow levels for this safe lane OD. Doesn't matter that they can get kills. They're trying again. X from Puppy just holding back Kaka. 1-0. 4 CS at the moment on mid one. It's having a bit of a slow start down here. Mid lane, 9 for 2 on Ace. SCCC 8 for 1, so very much even. And as you say, up top, pretty much the same situation. Both offlaners getting a decent amount out of this lane. And bottom lane, definitely the action area of the map. Takes Warwick to potential first blood and Puppy. Getting gone upon. Has been trapped up by the kinetic field. Kaka wraps around. That'll be first blood for Newbie. Yapso trying his best to find a return kill. Look to chase down Faith, but he can't quite do it. He himself now has to back up. Newbie are out of mana. So this is Newbie breaking the tri-lane of Secret. They're getting that first blood.
Yeah.
Getting that lead.
It's been rough for Secret so far. The Clock really needs 2 to be very effective. That's going to be his big power spike here. So Ready now with the Absol, full mana. This is where we're going to try to set something up here. We have Hex, we have Earth Spike, we have Cogs, we have Battery Assault, all set up by Astral. These look good. And remember, you're backed up by the Essence Aura in this tri-lane. It's not something we get very often with an OD, because he's usually alone. But if you can get those procs, very handy for your supports. I like the way KP's playing top 2 as well, because he got the early degen aura as well as the boots, and although he can't contest straight up with Ohio all the time, he's just running around and grabbing both bounty runes every single time and keeping himself in tow, despite being 8 CS down.
I was absolutely in the CS, Ohio having a fantastic time in this 1v1 on the Underlord, with that aura, of course, helping him out. Allowing him to get that lead. Mid lane, Ace. Slightly ahead, I guess, with his wave coming in. Ace, still pretty much even between these two in this 1v1. Ace getting a bit more aggressive. And the first hit bash! Excuse me! Ace, ladies and gentlemen, being blessed by the RNG gods above us. Wow. I mean, it was always a bit of a risk keeping out straight underneath the nose of a troll, but I guess he didn't expect the bash to come through like that. Down on the bottom lane, Capsule. Catching Kaka in the cogs. He's getting beat down by both Kaka and Faith. Nice dump from Puppy onto 2, and the Astral as well from mid-1. Holding back that Mugi for the time being. Yapsel will still fall though. Newbee get the kill. They'll turn for a second as well as Puppy. They're going to be in trouble as well. Puppy goes down. Newbee getting 2 kills out of this bottom lane. Ace is going to come in with a wraparound. Oh, hello Kaka. Goodbye Kaka. Easy kill for Ace. And the fight's still going down bottom. Yapsel's come back in. Ace with this rotation. He's ready to pick up some more kills across the map. They've got the trap set onto Mugi. Mugi to go down as well. Ace getting incredibly mobile, and this troll at 2-0-1 involved in all of the kills so far in his first 4 minutes of the game. Ace is loving life at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, he's almost double the net worth of the Medusa at this point. Having a fantastic start to this one. Not like last game at all. Ace, I'm sure, much happier.
This lane switch up so far seems to, obviously it's early days, but we're not seeing Secret lose any lanes as hard as Ace lost his lane as Lone Druid in the game 1 because of that pressure. They're reacting to the way that they saw Newbee play in game 1, and so far in the laning stage, it's looking better.
Yep, it will be interesting to see how they play again from Newbee though, with Mugi again on another aura carry. He's going to go for that early Helmet Dominator. He just wants to kind of create that group up opportunity. Where's SCCC going to be in that, you know? It's going to look kind of like last game where the TA didn't have too much help early on with the stacks or anything like that, but at least you have some damage to offer. As a Medusa, might not be quite as handy in those group up plays, so it's going to be a lot of burden on KP, and although he won't have those big initiation plays like last game with the Sand King, all of those heals, the repels coming through, I'm sure will be more than enough to help them through some tower pushes.
Still overall, the biggest issue for Secret is mid-1 not getting that much CS down here. He is still behind, but the same to be said really for the Juicer mid. It's very, very close between the two of them. SCCC on 18, you've got mid-1 down, bottom on 14. So it's there to bear in mind. Bottom lane, they're opening up onto this OD as well. Mid-1 in a lot of trouble. There'll be the stun from Puppy, the kinetic field, very nice done from Faith. Holding him in, but they put the stick charges. Mid-1's able to keep himself alive. They'll take down 1. They'll look towards Kaka. They're going to take down 2. Mid-1 will fall to the Thunder Strike, but Faith, he's almost certainly going to pay with his own life as well as Secret. Clean up all 3.
Oh, that looks really good at the beginning there for Newbee. The way that Kaka's just playing so forward on this Nog because he's so tanky, but they were able to just barely wand it out. Excellent itemization early on here from Secret. Will give them the victory in that skirmish. Now 6-4, and despite dying, mid-1 did go up in gold from that.
You can see he's just waiting before he grabs the haste rune, as he did want his clarity, and at least just the sounds, so he might be able to look to do something. He's full health, he's ready to dive in. It's a level 5 Deucer. It's going to make sure that SCC has to play very carefully in this. Oh, this is smart. He comes in for 1 CS, revealing that he's mid, but immediately with the haste rune, he's making his way up top. He might not even be needed. It looks like it will be needed. Smart moves here from Ace. The setup's there from mid-1. They brought both cores up to the top lane. They surround him. First hit bash yet again. There will be a purification. It's not enough to save him. Ace there with the next level plays.
Yeah, you want to get something though. You know, these are still just kills in the early game. We know they're not all that valuable, but if it applies some pressure on this tower, you have Ohio here. He's got his boots, he's got his Vanguard. He is not an easy guy to take down. Counter pressuring the other lanes, not that successful. I mean, Faith's just running around the jungle with Puppy. Some farm from the Venge. Medusa getting a little bit of pressure in mid, but overall, this looks like a very good rotation from Secret. And yes, Puppy there on his famous Lion. 6-3. Maybe not one of his most played heroes. I know Knoxville was very excited to see one this game, so he's quite happy.
Oh, the setup here allowing Yabsor to close the gap. He's a level 7 Deucer. There will be TPs coming in. They have the Hex as well, trying to chase this down. Kaka's there with a net. Will hold back Yabsor, so SCCC, and he'll be fine, but he is now out of mana and low on health. The support's doing their best to bully back SCCC, making sure he has trouble trying to find the farm that he needs. His Ace looking to dance around with KP, but KP's more than happy to go. Goes with a quick purification. Down back in the jungle. Secret. He looks to be as there's the glimpse back from base. This captain comes forward. The two supports catch out Puppey and will take down the Lion.
7-5 in the game, still neck and neck here. Really, probably the biggest advantage here will be that pressure on the top tower. They can actually get that knocked down. Nice little early game boost for the side of Secret, but overall, we're just kind of waiting on those levels. The level 6 on the clockwork, maybe, to get things going.
And the thing is, at the moment, I'm still looking at Mid1's OD. He's really suffering. 19 for 5 CS, of course, because of the tri-lane. He's 8.5 minutes in. It's a level 4 OD. Yep. He's got to find some way to sort of get back in the game, and it's going to be reliant on his team just getting him these solo lane spaces, but it's hard. This is a level 4 OD against a level 8 Omni Knight. There's no real super safe place for Mid1 on this map. He is going to have to play to his limits to actually be able to recover this game, as this is not an easy situation to be in as an Outworld devourer.
It's very reminiscent to what happened to Ramses when he was playing that CK in that tri-lane up against EG, ran into some problems, had a hard time coming back into it. I would say this game easier to enable Mid1. You can use the Battle Trance to help him out in these fights with the Arcane Orb, as well as he can set up in these engagements or save in these engagements as well with the Astral Imprisonment. Mugi now level 6 has the threat of the swap, so things a bit dicey if Puppey shows himself.
Yeah, especially with Faith being in the neighborhood as well. Lots of catch between these two. You have to be careful any time you leave the safety of your tower, and even if you're right underneath it, definitely still ways for Newbee to set up upon you.
Yeah, this tri-lane seems to have affected the Newbee supports a bit more than the Secret ones, though. Puppey almost cracking into level 5, probably after this pull. Yapsor almost level 6. So with his Tranquil Boots now, just wants to leech some of his experience from Ace. And there it is. You're looking at level 4 Disruptor as a possible target, but you would love to have Mid1 around to at least benefit from that engagement.
Tying it up for now. Faith back to his half. Bounty runes full. Ahio still top of the net worth. It is this OD this Underlord that is farming at an incredible pace. Newbee ready to make a play. Heading over into the jungle. They've got their eyes towards Yap, so he is level 6. See if that allows him to play out of this. He does get glimpsed back. Here TP coming in from Ahio, looking to save his teammate. Put him Malice down onto 3. Ahio with a beautiful TP and setup. And Secret, they're going to claim them all in. Surely Kaka's down. Faith as well as Mugi falling low. That's going to be 3 heroes down. Ahio making the call, making the play. Comes in to save the day. And Secret get a full cleanup there in their jungle.
Yeah, didn't really get much chance to do that last game on the Omni Knight. Already looking a lot better with that early hit.
He's just ready to run at heroes. He's level 10. He's got a back. He's got the pin onto 2. Sets up a Yamsor's hookshot straight into SCCC and roots it up. That's going to be another down. They're TPing into this Newbee. Are they crazy? They're trying their best to go for Ace. They will find him. Ohio still alive for now. Turning back around with the Firestorm. Now with the better numbers, Newbee should be able to find some kill others, but the stun from Puppey holds them back. Defensive asset from Mid1 trying to buy some time for Ohio, but Ohio's surrounded. He popped the stick charge and he's trying to run himself away. The cogs from Yamso keeping Mid1 alive. The swamps there onto Ohio. Ohio will go down, but so will Kaka. Secret will continue to find a kill. Newbee certainly choosing to take the fight. In the end, it does pay off. They do get 2 cores. They take down both Ace and put Ohio down for a bit after Ohio was having quite the role there, moving around the map.
Yeah, but a 600 gold net worth advantage for Newbee after that. And I have to say, 19 kills at 12 minutes. This might be one of the most action-packed games we've seen this entire tournament. It doesn't look like they have any ideas of slowing down. Ace already very deep in the dire territory near this tower. Really wants to put the threat in here.
A gift from the Tempest.
Ohio had so much stolen damage after those double engagements like that. He's rocking like 115 bonus, but of course, if the allies aren't around to enable him, just he got caught a little bit too deep, wasn't really able to utilize the vast majority of it. Puppey now roaming around here with that finger. We didn't even get a chance to use the hook shot. You know, Yapsor able to have that play turned around by Ohio without requiring it, so he's still hunting for his first big kill.
Down bottom. The pressure coming in from Newbee. Faith pushing to bottom lane. Time, Ace keeping himself firmly positioned up on the top lane. Mid one backing him up as well. And goes down and does have the Sanity's Eclipse available.
Dire's top tower needs some friend. Dire's structure.
It looks like he's playing Bounty Hunter again. He's gonna need territory, has some more.
There's Yamsil. Hook shotting in onto an SCC that was quite deep behind enemy territory. They'll pop the song, but the Firestorm's already out, as well as the Battery Assault securing the kill. They do get the setup for the two-man Static Storm. Newbie looking for return kills. They'll take down Puppey. They won't be able to take down Ohio, though.
That is the target they want with that hook shot, and that puts Yapsor now 5, 1, and 6. So much impact in this early game.
Newbie trying to dive in deep. It is a tanky target, and Ohio, he's already ready to get himself out of there. Will he be able to do so in time? He's falling low. Will the TP be successful? No! Newbie get the kill, but Secret, they want to try and take this fight. Ace turns up, the GA's out, but it doesn't matter because they've already lost the Disruptor. They'll hold down Kaka underneath the tower, claim the life of the Naga Siren. Secret do manage to get those revenge kills off the back of losing Ohio as Newbie died in very ferociously.
Oh, mid one, even with that, still quite a bit behind. He's starting to gain up, though. About 600 gold behind that Medusa. But look where Ohio and Ace are. Both over 5,500. Ace topping the chart at 58. Still kind of waiting for him to get in these big engagements. Looks like he's got the courier on the way, though, with the Yasha. And being a Medusa, wanting that Mask Madness first, help accelerate the farm.
Hit one, in potential trouble. He tried to save himself with the defensive master, but there's no way he gets out of this one. Hanging around a little too long. He'll put the Sanities and try and do as best as he can to bring someone down with him, but still, this underleveled, underfarmed OD unable to do such a thing at this stage of the game.
Yeah, both mid one as well as SCCC looking to, they're basically just in major trouble. If they get caught, they're just dead. You know, they can't farm up that 4-staff quite fast enough. You know, we're gonna have the drums first on the OD, we have the mask first on the Medusa, so getting out of these engagements, getting out of these cogs for the Medusa, getting out of the net and everything for the OD gonna be a problem. As, man, look how deep Secret are. They've totally taken over this top part of the map, and that's one of the benefits of playing on the Radiant side. You see from teams, you know, you just you eventually. I would much rather have that dire jungle under control so that I have the Roche Pit, and then they just get it so easily.
Careful here, Yapzor opens up straight away with a hook shot, trapping Faith in with a finger from Puppey. Faith will get bursted down. Secret able to stay aggressive after that smart play there, taking the Roche down as soon as the DD was there. Ohio sets up with a 2-man pit of Malice. KP does have the repel. They'll be fine. Ohio just getting the space for Ace to finish off that tower in the mid lane. Tier 1 tower into the bank of Secret. Ace still leading the charge in net worth. KP is getting closer and closer to his Radiance though, as we can see. 2.3k towards that relic. He's second highest on the net worth. And already, as we're seeing, KP playing very nicely in this game to keep him and his team alive as best as he can when Ohio comes in with these big team fight plays.
Almost a bit of a reversal. Oh, they just smoked right under that ward in the mid lane. So Secret totally aware. Question is, do they have the options available to make a counterplay? Hookshot not really available, but they're going to try and stand on this high ground and then just use the root and the Firestorm.
They're thinking about it. Ace and Ohio in position, they've got the vision. Ohio lays down the pit onto 2. They're going to be backup coming in. Ace is sort of dancing around the side, waiting for the Static Storm to be used. They're going fully on to Ohio, but he pops the Crimson Guard. Sleep comes out from Kaka. Looks like Newbie are deciding to disengage as their initial movement with the smoke was not successful. Hook shots in from Yapzor, catches out Kaka. There will be the glimpse to take back the clock, but he's not needed for this kill. Kaka's down. Ace with the phasing Yasha, chasing down for more. The glimpse already used. Faith, can he get himself out of this one? KP is there with the backup. Pops the repel down into this Disruptor, but they'll continue to chase. He wants this kill and he wants his bad. There's the bash. Ace gets the kill. 2 down on Newbie. As Secret prime position there to turn things around. Ohio ready to tank the gang with that Crimson Guard at this stage, feeling pretty much invincible against the lineup of Newbie as they move in upon him. An 18-10, 3k gold lead. Secret pushing in 17 minutes here, taking the tier 2 on the top lane, taking a large amount of control away from Newbie in this game.
And you have to look at how that all started. It's how you know Secret, they feel where they are in this game, how they're a little bit ahead, and how's Newbee going to get back into it? Some sort of a smoke play. So what do? They set up that huge wall of wards, and it spots the smoke, and that they're so easily ready to get into it. And then how about that counter pick, right? They were ready for the Naga. There it is, the clockwork. If you want to try and disengage from a fight, we're still going to force it with that long-range hook shot.
Loaded to the gills.
Dire's middle tower.
Reminiscent of last game, here was KP's the one just struggling to get that Radiance, trying to be effective, while Ace happily chewing away at towers this early on with an Aegis and almost into a BKB.
The pace that Secret is playing this game is just... It's so different to what we saw in Game 1, wasn't it, Trent? This is, you can see a team that has taken the time between the games and say, we've got to try something totally different, and so far, so good. They're utilizing this a higher underlord, which is able to be just that little bit more aggressive than he was in the Omni game, and he is just running away with it. These early rotations from him, setting up for the plays to occur, the amount of control he can have against the team fight that Newbee are trying to kick off, it certainly seems to be an answer to this, what's been almost unstoppable Naga strats that Newbee have consistently been pulling off.
And it feels almost just a bit awkward too. Like, where has this core Venge been since the laning stage? You know, we often see this with the core Venge. If it doesn't get some big acceleration, a lot of towers, maybe some quick team fights early on off of the back of some very good smokes. But the first smoke didn't go too well. They obviously got caught in the jungle by Ohio. Now that new smoke didn't go well for them. And Moogie's stuck in an awkward place.
He's got a blink. He knows someone's in the tree line. We'll jump in with the stun. I'm going to look to follow up. As this likely, the Kaka will have that song back online, and indeed in 10 seconds, the Naga Siren will.
Yeah. And if Moogie wants to get active, he is an Omni Knight that's been farming away on this Radiance. So he's kind of stuck in this awkward place where he's going to get relegated to support.
He's got to be careful here. Will Astral, the Disruptor, to try and stop any glimpse potential. In fact, Yapsor says, we can take this fight. He goes in straight away. Puppy, though, a little bit off with the stun. Doesn't look like he managed to the kill onto Faith. It was just a BM stun, as it seems. And Secret can still clean up this fight. Finger to bigger the swap. Oh! The swap and the song. Moogie and Kaka, what a play there between the two of those. Perfect disengage. That was absolutely brilliant between those two. Wow.
Oh, but the SCCC,
he's on his own.
Too long.
Ohio.
Oh. 50-50 chance, really.
Yeah, you've got to go for one or the other.
And that does mean the Hurricane Pike now complete for SCCC. CCCC, just keep adding a few more. I think he should just add some after every tournament. You know, every time they win one, put another one on there.
S-triple-C, that's the way I like to...
We need
It makes it sound like, you know, some sort of, fighter. And
couple belts.
You know, he's doing his best this game. He's level 15 on the Deucer.
Yep.
He's certainly, I believe, leading the farm for his own team at the moment. And he's down bottom in trouble. He's going to get caught out. He's going to try and turn and fight with Kaka and KP's running. Oh, maybe in the backside now. Oh, back, he's doing it. Gia comes out with KP. With the center, the eclipse comes through. They get the kill onto KP. And Ohio, he wants more. He's chasing down Kaka. Cuts down the fish. And Faith in trouble as well. Midpoint pummeling into with the arcade orb. What a turnaround there from Team Secret.
Just feels like such a desperate maneuver. Trying to make this plays.
Yeah, I'm sure in with the hook shot. Moogie in trouble. Just managed to force himself out of the cogs. See if Secret can chase that half blink up on Puppy in a second. He's going to want to jump in. Finds the stun. In they go. Take down Moogie. Secret relentless with their aggression here in game 2.
Oh, they're not going to let this one slip away like game number 1. And the Newbee strategy basically only falling down to Medusa. Very reminiscent of these like Venge strats with Shadow Fiend where you're just all working around this one big hero. It's going to be Venge and Medusa this time. Everything else has kind of failed for them.
That hit straight up. Gonna catch the two of them. They know that Newbee's here. Kaka does not have the song back online yet. Secret will back up a 9k gold lead here. 21 minutes in.
Starting to get very painful. I mean, you look at that net worth chart. There's a Medusa at the top, sure. Omni's hanging in there, but that Venge now falling even behind Yapsor. We need a absolutely humongous Medusa to try and bring this one home for Newbee. Try and close out the series 2-0, but Secret, even missing Fada, not looking to let that happen.
Base now completed. BKB, so the next fight, if he can get it off at the start of it all, maybe even that song won't save you, and that sort of team fight potential that we saw in the previous game from the Naga Siren and the Disruptor, this Kaka Faith combo. just seems to be much more underwhelming this time round with the way that Secret have been playing around them. And as you said, this game incredibly high in action. 22 minutes in, Secret getting 23 kills.
Oh, that ward though, gonna see him.
He's on his own, Mugi. Puppey with the setup, jumps in, and Secret will claim the life of another core. Mugi down again.
And do you see what he was doing? He was just walking behind Medusa the whole way up there. And then what does he get for it? Goes down, no farm for him. And it might mean that Kaka has to start picking up the slack here with the illusions and some clear, but even he's still very far behind. Just trying to get into a 4-staff to help up against this clockwork, up against this pit of malice. And Secret, they're very happy to just kind of relax. They'll take those pickoffs when they get them, get these nice deep wards from Puppey, but overall, we're just looking at Roche. Well, the Radiant's finally completed here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Rough one to start for old KP. Not a favorable matchup. Not too many team fights to work around, so 23 minutes, certainly not a bad time to get it.
Yeah, Io isn't going to get stuck in. He's just sort of baiting them out of the front. He knows that they can't really do anything about him. With the SMY and Crimson Guard and Plate Mail, he's just so tanky, there's no way that Newbee can initiate onto this Underlord. Ahio can pretty much go wherever he wishes without any sort of care in the world now at this stage of the game.
Yeah, and if he actually gets the halberd, I feel very sorry for him.
I mean, they're going to try again onto him. They're leading in. They're looking to go on the side. They will find Jabsaw in the tree line. Very nice Static Storm with the Wave of Terror. They get the vision taken down. Ahio will choose to disengage and take Puppey out of there. They try and time the glimpse, but the glimpse mistimed there. Still not being able to catch that Underlord on the way out. They do get Puppey with the swap. So they do still claim 2 lives there, Newbee. Not quite the Underlord that they were hoping for with that glimpse attempt, as they came in a little too early with that before the TP finished.
Yeah. They need absolutely everything though. They have to try and climb back into this one. You can see Kaka just hopefully looking inside that Roche pit, but Daddy's not home right now. 44 more seconds to go here, which means they will be ready to roll for Secret when this engagement comes. But they're battling into Song. They're battling into the Stone Gaze. An Omni Knight. There are chances
absolutely
for them to set up into this victory, but Secret are, of course, extremely farmed at this point. As you pointed out, Ohio is like this brick wall, just reducing that damage coming in to your own heroes, as well as, reducing with the attribute aura for those on the side of Newbee.
And definitely, as you say, we sort of saw in game 1, Secret holding on despite being very far behind. We could see the same thing this time around the other way, but I think Newbee with their lineup, there's definitely much more potential. They have much more of an active lineup in terms of the Venge and such that can get stuck in. There's always that Venge swap you've got to be careful for when going for the high ground pushes that can turn the fights on themselves. Good positioning between the Venge and the Deucer could certainly set up for some big stone gazes, which could allow them to take down, for instance, the OD, who is starting to tank up a little bit with the Hurricane Pike and the drums, but he's still a bit of a liability if he gets caught out mid-1. Once he's got the BKB though, things will certainly be different.
They glimpse Puppey all the way back to the other side.
Let's see what they can do here. Got their eyes towards Ace. Do have the good wards out here, Newbee. They've got good vision around the pit. They have all the ults available. Just trying to keep them at bay there with the Rocket Flare spam. What's the plan here for Newbee? How do they get involved in this? So hard for them to get down and fight around this pit without a good sort of swap or a glimpse to initiate off the back off.
Honestly, you hope they hook you. I think they want Yapsor to go in there, or Ohio. I'd rather fight out here if I'm Newbee than actually in the pit. There we go.
I mean, Yapsor's going in. Puppey as well, immediately with a Hex and the stun onto the backlines. And no, Yapsor weak below the glimpse is there to take the clockwork back out of it. Static Storm's down. They brought down Puppey. Kaka gets the song for the last moment. He's alive, but the BKB is already out from Ace. He can fight through the song, and he'll claim 2. It's a 2-for-2 trade at the moment. Ace thinking about if he could get more, but KPS CCC still alive, along with Faith. They're pretty scary, and they've got the glimpse back. They've got the GA as well. Ace in trouble. He gets him out! A higher taxi service taking Ace back to safety just in time.
Yapsor with the 4-staff to send him onto the high ground to bail him out.
And now Secret, they're actually coming back in. They're looking towards KP. Ahio leading forward. Will get glimpsed back by Faith.
Dire's bottom
But that fight certainly could have got a whole lot worse. As you said, the play there between Yapsor and Ahio getting Ace back to safety. And literally it must have been milliseconds. It looked like Ace was gone for good.
Yeah. I do like the fact that they waited to fight here, though. I do think that was just better for Newbee. They were able to split up the fight, and they were able to actually take down mid-1. Sadly, it didn't work out in the end, especially with the DD now on troll, so no chance for a reaction here from Newbee.
Absolutely not. Ace with the Aegis in his hands. moving over, and with a glimpse back, taking one of them through. Ohio just continuing to chase though, forcing Newbee to back right up.
Man, the synergy there too when you're working with a stand-in. Showing Ohio already starting to fit in well here. And you place some nice aggressive wards here. Keep an eye on Newbee's movements. Secret very much understand the mindset of what Newbee are going through right now. They just played it last game. So they'll be very wary of these smoke ganks and attempts. But at least last game for Secret, they had 3 cores that were farming. For Newbee, they have 2. Things looking much more desperate on the Dire side.
Couldn't withstand the tide.
We'll see it again, this replay, the save. And as you say, the force play as well.
Oh, this kill would have been so good for Newbee too.
Money changes hands.
Perfect timing, as you say, Yapzor shoving Ohio into range.
Very nice.
All
right, well, they're going to try and move out here as a unit, try and take back some of this area. Ace, yeah, they get scanned. Find him.
I mean, he's got the 80s and the BKB. He's feeling confident. But, I mean, I guess, with Ohio here, okay, he's fine. As long as Ohio's in the neighborhood, you can feel free to do what you want. Yapzor wanting to fight, indeed. Straight in, they got the finger as well, reaches through, takes down Kaki. Yapzor falling low. He will go down. SCCC getting the return kill. 1 for 1. Ohio still thinking about going in for more. Mid-1 blinking up, but Newbee already backing off. Puppey, you can close the gap. You will be able to retreat back in time.
This will be all 3 lanes coming in now. Puppey just going to get the gem. Fully choke out the vision of Newbee. Mid-1 thinking about his BKB. We just start going towards these items to try and end this one out here. I mean, we still have the Aegis for quite a while. Almost 3 minutes left. We have the cheese, too. So, no doubt, we'll probably see a high ground attempt. At least try and poke away at some tier 3s here once the Yapzor returns.
But SCCC, he is getting bigger and bigger. He's level 20 on this 2 set. Top of the network by quite some bit now. And he's got the money for the Skadi completion. And there's no doubt about it. You can never write off this Deuce in this stage. If they can keep the game going, maybe if it gets to Divine Rapier stage, things can certainly turn around. And you look at Secret's lineup, how good is their lineup at Ink Tower? Sure, you've got the Troll with the Battle Trance is nice, but if the Troll's taken out of the equation, Secret are going to be pushing up into the high ground at any sort of incredible pace. Newbee definitely have potential to stall.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Medusa's backed up by that swap. Yes, he's the support now, but the swap is pretty sick. Levels are getting on there, the range is getting larger, backed up by an Omni Knight, backed up by Song, backed up by a Disruptor. These are some excellent tools if you're doing this 4 protect 1 sort of a strategy. And even having the Naga, although Kaka's gold hasn't gone up too much, it is still there, right? This option of these illusions going out, grabbing some waves, trying to push it back. It's certainly something they need at this point. Maybe not the biggest forte we've seen Kaka doing on the Naga side, and he's so good at these team fights, but that rat ability, the hero, must be utilized now.
Oh my goodness, and look at Ohio now. I mean, he's just picked up the 20 HP regen talent, and he's got a completed Shiva's Guard. I don't see them killing this man anytime soon. Bottom lane, Vape trying for the TP out, but mid-1's there with the Astral, holds him down. Secret will claim the Disruptor. They've taken out.
Oh, a hookshot as well. Yeah, wants to keep going.
He is. He's trying to chase down Kaka, and in fact, he may just do it with the Battery Assault. Kaka in trouble, trying to get out. Kaka, I don't think he's going to wait for this one. He's going to have Rocket Flare in a second if he needs a Yapzor. Here we go. He tried for the dodge. Couldn't quite do it, though. So Yapzor will claim Kaka. That would have been, I mean, if you managed to get that dodge off in the mirror, that would have been very impressive. So hats off for the attempt.
Oh, but this, if only they can just rush this a little bit more. Thankfully, the waves are a bit far out for Newbee, so they take some time. Naga should be back up when it's important, but this could at least burn the glyph, maybe, for Newbee. And we'll see how they want to try and set up from Secret. Newbee's so good last game at creating that perimeter where it was very difficult to engage on him.
Yapzor there, forcing SCCC forward in, trying to catch him out, but as we saw, that was able to be fine. Got to be careful, Yapzor on his Force Staff. Very, very scary combination. They'll keep themselves back indeed.
Only another 15 seconds left here on this Aegis, so if Newbee have that timer down, they could consider an aggressive play. But with that gem for Puppey, hard to gain any vision in the area. They actually still have 1 ward remaining here. Looks like Puppey isn't, well, whoever has the gem hasn't found it quite yet. Yeah, there it is. Yapzor pings it.
Okay, so with the Aegis gone on Secret's lineup, do you think it is going to be a case of them waiting for the Roche again? Or does Secret... Is there sort of a worry that, hang on, SCCC is getting bigger and bigger, we do need to hurry things up and keep the pace going? Or can they feel relaxed at this stage still?
It all depends on their vision and how much they can see. They need to spot when one hero is not in the ball. They are currently in the ball. We will not fight the ball. What's the point? You know, we can just farm up way more across the map. They have 1 core. We are getting farm on essentially 4 cores at this point. YapzOr's starting to catch up to the Omni Knight. So I'm not too worried, and he now actually has the Halberd. As we saw Ohio thinking about it earlier, YapzOr being farmed enough, he can now grab it, so that Repel might not even be able to save SCCC to actually allow him to output that damage if they can get that Halberd on first. And that ball is getting very deep into Radiant territory. They have to be a little bit cautious here. Secret may be considering pushing these waves out. Looks like they're not exactly sure where the full movement is. They will start to spot them now, though, up top, and they actually do secure a tower, so overall pretty successful maneuver from Newbee. Didn't get too much farm there, but that wave is pushing in bot. And they could think about, if they can cancel TPs or anything here, they could try and underlord play bot.
See what he can get. Ohio, Newbee glimpse back to start off with. Secret still looking to close the gap. Faith, Glimmer keeping himself away. They will get vision on him once again. Ace leading the charge. Puppy's there with a wraparound. Faith, he's not getting himself out of this one. Stun from Puppy catches him out into the Hex. Faith is down for 50 seconds. And Puppy, oh, that's not a bounty onto your playing, sir, but he's still looking for couriers. Won't quite get it, though, as the protection is out on the courier.
He missed the bus, though. He has to just TP to the shrine to catch up to everybody. But he will get there, and instantly across the map. They know that wave's going to push in top. Try and put that pressure in bottom with that Disruptor being down. Key element in the ball. This is what they're waiting for. They don't need Aegis if they can eliminate one of those heroes.
No. Absolutely not.
Oh, kind of more saves here, though, with Mugi having the Hurricane Pike. A couple more options, just make SCCC's life easier.
Just shoving in the waves with the Forest, and they do get the swap here on Ace, but Ace, quick fingers, get the BKB out in time. YapzOr with a hook shot straight away onto the other side of it with a figure from Puppy. That's going to be Mugi down. BKB pop by mid one as he looks to move forward onto KP. Has the GH to back off, but the sleep from Kaka trying to put a stop to this, but mid one with the BKB continues moving forward. Sanity's Eclipse comes out. Kaka fully low. Puppy tries to jump into position, but SCCC has the stun gaze out. Will hold them back, but still, there's one down on Newbee. Bit of battle from Ohio, holding them back. Faith in trouble as he takes an arcane off the back of the but he's got the Glimmer Cake. Backs away. Ace and Ohio pushing Newbee back towards the fountain. They turn towards Kaka. Take down the Nagasone. Ohio charging straight in. Cutting Newbee apart. Newbee, they've lost 4.
He's got 240 damage.
Oh my goodness, the atrophy aura is real for this Underlord. Incredible. And Puppy is going in the base. He goes in with his Ghost Scepter, jumps him for the stun. They're just playing around with Newbee now at this moment. There'll be the buyback from KP, but Secret clean up the bottom lane. They move towards the middle. Newbee, of course, will still have a chance this game, but it's getting harder and harder. Mid one racking up the in. He gets those Hurricane Pike touches onto KP. SCCC trying his best to push him out, but Puppy jumps in, has one Hex, pulls up, he's got the Ghost Step, they can't hit the disarms there onto SCCC. The conks around from YapzOr, trapping KP, but he's forced out. KP being chased down. Ace looking for the Deucer, but the swap's out just in time. Mugi brings Ace away from SCCC, and now Ace, he's the one in trouble. Newbee, they're holding, they take down 2. Ohio gets the rest of the boys out of there, but there's the glimpse. Perfect timing this time round from Faith to catch out Ace. And mid one, he's gone. They do hold. Newbee, they're keeping this game going. They may have lost 2 racks, but they get some big kills off the back of it and only had to expend the KP buyback.
There are already quite a few similarities between Game 1 and Game 2, but now we truly have come full circle. Newbee down the 2 racks.
Oh, we need that Rapier on SCCC, and he's got it queued up, boys and girls. It's going to be one of those games.
Have reached the final hope. And one thing that goes extremely well with the Rapier is an Aegis. So we need to find some vision around this area. Faith with the wards, trying to find a nice spot to plant it. While these heroes are all dead, now is your time. He'll actually find Ohio while he's doing it, but that means Ohio won't necessarily spot what he's... Oh, now he's going to see him.
He's going to get good spot. I don't know. Could they go on Ohio? I mean, they put the Static Storm down. He's got the Shiva's Guard. He's just going to turn it into Faith. Faith, he needs help if he wants to go for this sort of kill. He has to Glimmer Cake stuck from Mugi to hold Ohio in place. Newbee, they're moving towards this Underlord, but they can't. They can barely tickle him. YapzOr nearly finding the catch there. I'll tell you what, even if he did, though, could have been a bit of a blessing that he missed, because Newbee, they were right around Faith.
Fairly close.
all about this Roshan. Being scouted out by the Rocket Flare, not quite up yet. Ohio very far forward. Still feeling confident. Puppey is there as well to back him up. Pit and Malice out to 2. Move-1 jumps in. Hurricane Pike onto Kaka. Gets a couple of touches out the arcane and ult turns towards Faith. Glimmer Case backing away. Hex out from Puppey. Looks for the summon for the Disruptor. Ohio and Yapso moving in off the front lines, but now SCC ready to turn. Going straight in with this damage. Bringing down Yapso very low. Defensive Astral out from Mid-1. And Mid-1, he jumps in. He wants to fight. Pops the BKB. Kaka pops the song. But Mid-1 with the Sanities takes down one. He's looking for more. Try for KP. He's looking for the chase down. KP has the repel TP out, so KP will be able to escape. The rest of Newbee, can the rest of them escape? Faith also able to TP out, so Newbee doing disengage, but they've been pushed away from Roshan as Roshan respawns. Secret can look to try and take it without the threat of the Naga. They know they don't have to worry about the song.
All the times have become even darker for Newbee. Easily taken very quickly here.
The money.
They even throw in the scan.
The
just
money's
to make
there
sure.
for the Rapier, and he's got it. SCCC. The whole game on his shoulders as it feels for Newbee. If they're to turn this one around, and he's certainly on the hero to do it.
Dyer's top shrine.
It's a dangerous game when the Rapier gets in here, but only option.
Full damage as well. Dropping the boots, he's got the Rapier, the Crystallis, the Mask Commander, but he is ready to go. You cannot be caught in a bad position next to SCCC. Made it out by that illusion.
Alright, only swap wasted. Not a big deal.
Watch out for this as well. Refresher Shard is on Mid-1. So Sanity's maybe on cooldown for 80 seconds, but it's ready to go again if necessary.
Yapso was ready to fish here.
Jump in there, looking for SCCC. They do have the kinetic field down. Is he going to get the catch immediately? A glimpse onto Ohio, bringing him back, holds him in the field. Even with that Rapier, bringing him down slowly but surely. They have got the defensive Astral, but Ohio's going to be surrounded. They put the stadium on Puppey, and the Absol straight in with a hook shot. GA's there, though. They're trying to keep SCCC fighting fit, but he looks like he's been disarmed. He can't get the damage out. Now he can go back to one of the stone games. So it's catch him out. Mid-1 falls low. He Astrals himself, keeping himself alive for the time being. Can he get out of this? He can. Blinks himself back to safety. Secret, they don't lose anyone, but Newbee, they do hold.
Oh, it's a good defense, but knocking a kill very painful for them. And they will just go home to lick their wounds and get ready for round 2.
What a game this is turning out to be.
Nice saves there as well, pulling him back from the cogs, but that halberd that we knew might be a little bit of a problem, Yaps are already on it. I see they got some ideas. Maybe want to try and force some stuff up the mid lane, try and find some better angles for the hook shots, perhaps find that crew in the back like the Naga Siren or the Vengeful Spirit. But as long as Stone Gaze is available, always very difficult to deal with this Medusa.
And they still have that refresher shot on Mid-1. And the ult is naturally back off cooldown. Double Sanity's Eclipse after he gets a bit of install, and it's going to be absolutely
it's a
deadly.
cheeky play with the smoke.
Coming in from the side.
Oh, Ace wants this.
Straight in with the stun there. How managed to catch out the Naga Siren, but he's forced to the side. Kaka's safe for now. Hex out onto the Medusa. He will be fine for now. Ohio trying to see if they can get
a DD here.
He's playing around. They do get the swap onto Ohio underneath the tower. Ohio will get taken down. Double kill for NCCC. You can't mess around with this dude's
the BKB's late.
They managed to get Ace in time, as you say. A little slow on the BKB timing. He does still have the Aegis. They'll pop the Stone Gaze. They'll root him up, but he's popped his BKB before this Aegis. I don't know if this man's getting out of here. It looks like Newbee will be able to claim the troll as well. FCCC holding on to this game with his dear life. This Medusa Divine Rapier could certainly be what it takes for Newbee to turn this game around.
It was certainly a daring tactic there to attempt to smoke up the mid, try and come out with some separate angles. Ohio alone up top, but Ace going for the courier. I don't know, maybe at that moment necessarily the most important thing, possibly, but overall it was just Newbee reading the situation well, and they get the pickoffs. Much like how we were looking for Secret to try and grab that big combo piece where you can kind of delay that game out on the side of the Newbee from the previous game. Now it's just kind of like every time someone dies from Secret, it's harder for them to make this 5-man high ground.
Absolutely, they have to do it as a 5-man Secret or not at all at this stage.
We're still stuck on single core though. No one else able to pick up the pace here from the rest of Newbee. Of course, very difficult when you're down 2 racks as well. You know, especially for Kaka, not only the wave's harder to deal with, but less gold coming in. And so he's still stuck supporting.
Newbie straight down the mid, they smoke.
They need something and they know it.
Can they get the vision Faith?
He's got a BKB though, will he use it?
It's a bad position as well to get the setup. This is a little too far away for Newbie, so Faith not quite able to control mid one. Ace will be back up in 10, so with this timing, Secret will have the full lineup back up. There's a second Halbert now on the team. Oh, there's the swap though. Ohio is caught in the static storm. He is in a lot of trouble. No way out of this one, surely. He's got to the high ground. He can't get out. That is Ohio down for 90 seconds as SCCC moving up onto the tier 3s. Does get forced in, conked to the side by Yapzor with the backers behind him. Does get disarmed the once. Puppy trying to drain some of the mana of this Medusa. And limited potential. But Puppy's in trouble. Godlike SCCC. 2 heroes of Secret down for 70 seconds. And look at the pace that they take these buildings down.
They still have Song. They want to keep pressing.
I mean, what's the plan? If they realize that these aren't there, these buybacks, they could just go for more. How can Secret stop this? They've only got
refresher shard, but
SCCC.
He's chipping away.
He's slow. Here we go. Here's the attempt. Moving in with the BKB. Mid one looks towards Captain. Then we get to balance of time. They disarm. They do some what's Ace with the BKB trying to come down to Mugi, but GX comes out from K. It's not enough. SCCC is just beating them all down. He takes down Yapzor. He takes down Ace. They've got the buyback. One Sanity's Eclipse comes down from mid one. They're out of mana thanks to the Sanities. They'll try and glimpse it back. They'll get the catch. Mid one has buyback. Puppy can buy back as well. SCCC disarmed.
There's no mana for Song.
Looks towards this Medusa, forcing it back. Newbie trying to get SCCC out of there. Second Sanity's Eclipse dropped down. Mugi's gonna fall. Ace, look at what KP blinks out to the side. KP will be fine. They need this Medusa, but the glimpse is on Ace, getting the space that SCC needs to escape. Mid one, still looking, but there's an Invis. He's picked up the Invis. I don't know if he gets it in now with the Song.
Oh, the hookshot comes in, but
what can they do to turn KP? Blinking away. Whoa, it's close. They're still chasing mid one. Can he find the catch? KP actually able to live there with the Radiance evasion. The swap back up, Newbie. I can't believe what they're doing here. They are playing absolutely perfectly and so composed under the pressure. The creep's hitting on the base. Secret's going to have to send someone back for that one. But 36 to 26 now, only a 2K gold lead for Secret. Newbie absolutely doing it this game, turning around what was almost a 22K gold lead for Secret.
Unbelievable play. They are just completely revolving around this Medusa.
SCCC just picked up a Mjolnir and the Daedalus. He's upgraded both with the money he got off the back of that push.
And he's still some course
How do you deal with this? I mean, as we saw, they have the ways to get rid of the mana. They do have the Sanity's Eclipse. They have the control, but it's so hard with the team behind him. This sort of single core at this stage of the game, Newbie are proving to be so good at playing around it and keeping SCCC alive and in position to go absolutely ham. With the Vlads picked up by Kaka as well, he's going to have that lifesteal on this Dusa.
Yep, usually you have to try and just ignore. You take away the supporting cast, take away from all these saves, but it's so hard to do because he just hits so damn hard. But we have those halberds. That's the key. If you can keep her halberded while destroying the supports, maybe there's a chance. But she's got 4 supports right now.
What's the plan here? A Secret. Buybacks unavailable. The extra starter Puppy trying to jump with the side to get the 2-man stun. Ace trying to go to the back. That's moving on KP. No back by the cogs. Can they kill this on the night time? The Clever King comes out. KP still alive for now. And SCCC, he's claimed Ace's life. Ace down for 100 seconds. SCC moving in. Look at the Yapzor. There'll be a buyback from Puppy. SCCC though is on to the base. He's looking to finish the game. Can Secret stop with Puppy with a stun? There's the repel on SCCC. He has been disarmed, but he's ready to go hitting again. They can't stop this for sure. They're taking the game. Take the series 2-0. What a Medusa performance there. And in a game where it seemed like Secret have found the answer to Newbie's Naga Siren strats, SCCC just plays out of his mind.